let it drop. I might have to let it drop.
Oh. we were dancing. We were dancing.
As we should.
Yeah, we were dancing, and you guys caught us in the middle of dancing, all right? Welcome to Good Talks with Bad Moms.
And dads.
Oh, today
Sometimes.
and dads. Yes. Well, you know what? Let me just skip right through the intro and introduce my guests because that's what I like to do. There is no better introduction than having my guests introduce themselves. Of course, there isn't. There is a better introduction than that, but there isn't. You know, they're the best guys to introduce themselves.
Yeah.
But I could make it all nice and stuff.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be talking with Beno, his daughter Lala, and my son Michael, everyone. And today's conversation is going to be about intentional parenting. And I've had Beno on my live before when we were doing just strictly Instagram. But now that we're all advanced and professional, you know, repeat guest Beno Blanco. Thank you. A round of applause for Beno here.
Woo! Appreciate you. No, please don't throw flowers at me. No flowers, please. Oh, you're too kind.
Amazing.
Hi.
His
Hello,
beautiful
amazing
daughter
humans.
Lala, and my handsome son Michael Leon. Thank you guys so much for being here on a random Wednesday night. I know you have other places to be, but we're better than here.
No, this is the best place to be on a Wednesday night. Around really good, smart people. And like you said, we've had a conversation before, but every time you call me, I'm like, whatever it is, yes. 'Cause
Amazing.
I know how amazing you are, and the way you think is very different. And I welcome people like you into my life all the time.
I appreciate you so much. I'm very happy that our paths crossed because
Yeah.
we're very like-minded
Yeah.
in the way that we operate.
Yeah.
Just our values, our principles, our philosophy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure our parenting, you know, is similar. So that's why you're the best
Yeah.
guy for this conversation.
Well, I appreciate that. We're
thank
just
you.
doing what we think is correct, and whether the world thinks is right or wrong is kind of their own opinion. You know, that's how I look at it.
That's why we got to ask these guys.
Yeah.
That's why we brought these guys to the
Yeah,
show today.
kids.
Yeah,
Be honest, but not too honest.
Don't tell them anything you wouldn't tell your friends, like I said. All right. What happened to you? You were all like excited before the conversation started. Now he's just
We
like
don't wanna
chilling.
interrupt.
Oh,
wow.
Okay. See
I
that?
guess we can just go home now and let them run the show.
But that's
Please.
amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing. Amazing parenting on our end, right?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Michael, Lala,
Yes.
thank you for joining us today. Tell us how you feel about being here right
Nervous. Nervous and more excited than nervous.
now. Okay.
Why is that?
Get your money up, not your funny up.
Because this is my first time, and I'm a little nervous
Mhm.
of...
You're excited though,
yeah.
not
Yeah, more like excited than nervous,
Right.
not the other way.
because nervous is considered more of a negative thing. When you translate it nervousness into excitement, then it becomes a whole different world and it becomes more fun.
Yeah.
Then you look forward to it. Nervous is like something you don't want to do. You're like, oh my God, what? But when you get excited, it's very different. At least I try to tell them that all the time.
Yeah. What was the word you used? The Nirvana reference?
Oh,
Nerk-sided?
no.
Nerf-sided.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new word. Write
Come
that down
close,
in the
mate.
dictionary. Woo!
Right. Nerf-sided.
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 I love it.
So, kids,
No, I got it.
Lala, I understand you're in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Mikey, you're in
Somehow in 7th grade.
7th grade. Okay, well, because we're doing a homeschooling. Okay, we're doing
I love
homeschool curriculum. So he's 6th, 7th.
Yeah.
That's considered. So that's why we don't really have a traditional grading system, I suppose. It's just
Beautiful.
based on age, and we have different ages actually in the school that we created as
Yeah.
parents. And I saw your post.
Yes, about homeschooling.
About
We're
homeschooling.
definitely looking into that.
Yes.
And, I have a friend who has been homeschooling for 5 years. I really want to bring them down, and they have so much information to share. I spent like 3 hours on the road talking to them, and I was blown away by the information they had. Which is, I was like, you guys need to share this with the world, and I know exactly where to go. So I'm trying to get them down from the Bay Area. I will let you know when they can come, and we'll set up a thing. And her mom created a curriculum and went against the entire system like 20, 30 years ago. and she won. They couldn't do anything. So
Amazing.
she created it, and till today they still use it. I'll definitely figure that out to bring them down here.
Because I did notice a lot of the people on your posts were very much interested.
Yes.
You have a wide reach, and this is important because we need more people to pull their kids out of the system, because the system is actually designed to help them fail.
Yeah.
So if we can pull more people out of the system and create our own micro schools, the system will then have to adjust
To us.
Exactly.
Because we're the ones running the show now.
Exactly.
So I'm all for it. You know, me and my wife have been talking about it. We're really excited. The kids are actually excited, right? Are you like about homeschooling?
A little bit.
How little? Because you guys were talking about it, we were talking about homeschooling. How is it to you? Like, how is homeschool to you? And it's a great topic to ask them.
I've been homeschooled for like 2 years almost.
Mm-hmm.
I made some pretty good friends.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 people in my class who are very annoying.
Okay.
I'm not gonna-
It happens.
Okay,
not
but
gonna
like
say their
your
name.
experience with, imagine if you were in an elementary school with more than 4 annoying people.
Yeah.
But aside from the annoyance,
What are
that
the
you're
benefits?
feeling, what are the benefits?
What are the benefits of you're like, oh, I love it because this.
Teachers are friendly, very friendly actually. I have I have 3, 4 good friends.
How
Two of
many
them are ninth
kids is
graders.
it total?
Like less than 50. It's a micro school, less than 50.
Okay.
We're under the auspice of the church. So we're like a learning center with homeschool parents, and we bring them together. It's in a pod, considered
That's
pods.
beautiful. That's so
but we're
cool.
blessed to have the church open up their doors and have classrooms, have teachers, have armed security. The curriculum's great. It's a Christian studies. It's Christian based.
Beautiful.
And everyone's like-minded. All the parents and the children are like-minded. There's no bullying happening because, well, it's not.
Yeah.
No, trust me, Michael. There's no bullying happening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name
Okay, we'll
3
say,
people.
Don't name names.
We'll just say them.
Don't name names, please. Don't name names.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
saying
There's
their
only like
names.
6 people in your class, babe. Don't name names.
8 actually.
All right.
However
6
many.
not
Yeah.
counting Vasan and David.
All right. Well, if you think that's bullying, you should see. And the bullying is like, oh, they're having conversations and.
Yeah, that's nothing. You guys haven't seen.
I almost got into some fights in
Wow.
school. Well, one of them I did get into a fight, just a short one. Yeah.
Well, in life, sometimes you have to get in a fight. It's part of it. It's part of life. Most important thing is you know how to protect yourself, and
Yeah.
you got to be ready for whatever life throws at you, because you never know what's gonna happen.
What's wrong?
But as far as like parenting, what are some of the things you love about your mom that you think she's doing right, and things you would want to be a little different? Like, just think of her, you're telling your friend, open conversation, just honest answers. Like, Mom, I love it when you this, and then these certain things,
Or
I'm not
what
a
you
big fan
hate.
of, or what we can,
Nothing's really coming up to my mind right now.
I'm
I'm a
perfect.
bit
That's why.
blank minded.
No, I could say a lot of things about myself, but
Yeah, because we want to know too. I'm sure we talk about it at home, but that's our self-analyzation. It's good to get their point of view too, to understand. Lal, what are some of the things? Sorry.
no, go ahead. No, please. It's open to you guys. Actually, why don't you guys have a conversation with yourselves about your parents? How about that? And we'll have a conversation about our kids.
Yeah.
For example,
Just because it's a Hanuman.
we do have the looming threat as adults. Unfortunately, it's just because we're adults. There's this looming authority and whatnot, and because we were raised by authoritative figures, we tend to think. Well, at least I do. We tend to think like, oh, well, let me implement authority sometimes instead of hearing them out. So, in my personal opinion, that's what I think that I do wrong as a parent. And when this conversation is about having intentions as a parent. So my intention at that time is to make sure that everything's going the way that I see is the right way to go.
Yeah.
But what I'm failing to recognize sometimes is maybe what that authority is doing is it's blocking them from exploring as children. And maybe me learning as a parent how else to behave with them if the authority is not working.
Yeah.
Is that how
It's
you
part
would
of
resonate?
learning too. You know, we learn from each other. We learn from them. I learn from them all the time. Sometimes they ask me questions or throw this answer. I'm like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah.
You know, in certain scenarios. But I guess it's part of life. Our parents did the same thing, I'm sure. And sometimes I say we're copies of our parents.
We are.
Because what we see is what we learned. And then sometimes we take what we didn't like and try not to do that to our kids.
And by the way,
Yeah.
we only do it. We only recognize it after we do it to them.
Yeah.
Right?
And does it ever happen? You're like, damn, I sound like my yeah, like, oh my God, I sound exactly like my dad or my mom.
Yeah.
Like,
Jack, I wish I didn't.
and you
said them.
don't know, you know, it sticks with you. And that's why I think we try really hard to give them a better reflection of us, because they are
Yeah.
a reflection of us.
Amidst the chaos.
Yeah. And we hope we're doing good. I don't know.
What do you guys feel about being parents? That's what I want to know. Do you guys want to be parents eventually? I would
Yes.
hope so.
24/7.
Aw.
Oh, you'll get there. You'll get there.
Tell us, Lala.
Like,
Come closer to the
know-
mic, too.
you know how I love babies and those things?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to have my own kid,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of a little, like, because I need to be older and,
Of course.
like, get married.
Get
and-
married, of
yeah,
course.
Still, but, like,
Yeah.
every time when my dad like says you have to get married and those things, and I'm like, it's gonna take too long.
She's like, I want the baby now.
You can't go to the store and just pick up a baby on aisle 4. It's not gonna happen.
You can't just call the store.
You got a long way to go
Yeah.
before there. But it's good that you have that motherly instinct
Yeah.
currently, which is great.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to have.
I love that. Yes. And Michael has that fatherly instinct, too.
Yeah.
Tell us about the time you made Grandpa buy you a doll. No, tell us. It's fine. You were like 3. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
I still have dolls. No, I don't.
He made
I
my
do.
dad buy him a baby doll because he said he wanted to be a dad.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Every time when
Yeah.
I ask him, he's
Yeah.
like, no, we don't need that.
Yeah, because you have 17 other toys, dolls, and stuff to play with.
Yana does. She has a full chest of it. I don't.
She
I have
does,
nothing
Yana.
in my room.
Yeah, she does. You're right.
Ben, how has becoming a parent changed your perspective on the world? Babe, don't do that.
It's an amazing
straight.
thing. I can't believe I missed out on it for so long. You know,
That's what she's saying.
yeah, I believe parenting is such a beautiful thing. It's something that we're blessed with, because there's people in the world that just can't have children. And then as much as we complain, or parents, you know, they go, oh, this. Just remember, there's people that wish to be in our shoes.
Right.
So I'm always thankful, full of gratitude for being able to, you know, find someone and get married and have a beautiful family and have kids. And it's given me a lot more in life. One thing that going back to my father's passing, when a shift happened in my life, well, there was 2 big shifts that happened in my life. One was like a while ago, and then the latest one was when my dad was on his deathbed, and I was talking to him, and he told me he didn't get a chance. In Armenian, it's "Chkaratsa kes vailem."
Didn't get a chance to enjoy you.
Yeah, and I like, boom, immediately from there on, I said, I don't want to say that to my kids. So from that point on, I was like, a lot of things don't matter more now, and I realized how I don't want a lot in life. I just want time. I just want the time to be with my kids and be with my family, you know?
Yeah,
So
right.
it kind of shook me up a little bit, but in a great way, because now I don't care about a lot of things. You know, I'm sure you know, we had nothing, you know, we had no money, lived in a little studio.
Yeah.
I've had the money, I've had the whatever, the house, the Lambo, whatever. I don't care about any of that anymore. To me, the most valuable thing is the time I get to spend with these kids, because they're growing up. They're growing up fast, and
Fleeting the moments.
yeah, and I'm like, well, they're gonna get old. They're gonna want, you know, have their own friends. They're gonna want to go hang out with their friends. There's gonna come a point where they're gonna want to do independent stuff. So I feel like right now is my time to spend as much time with them, to give them that core, to teach them the confidence, give them the energy, give them that life lessons, to when you cut the umbilical cord, for them to know, hopefully, what to do, what's right, what's wrong, and stay out of troubles and things like that. So it's a blessing to become a parent.
Do you guys hear the genuine tone he has about parenting? And what do you think about yourselves as, like, for example, you as his child? Like, he has these great ideas about you and him as a parent. So how do you feel about him as your parent?
I'm confused.
How do you feel about him as your parent? You could have had someone else as your dad.
Yeah. Like,
could have been someone else.
Are you happy? Are you happy as us
As a
being your
child.
parents? What do we give you? What makes you, like, all the adventures we go on? What you tell us your perception about parents. Like, what do you think of us? What do you think about your Karens?
I know, like, there's some dads that are, like, really bad to their kids and those things. But, like, you were raised with, like, the best parents, and, like, you were raised well.
Thank you.
I know that you're, like, teaching us how to, like, what you learned. Like, if your mom said something, like, you're now telling it to us.
Right.
Like, you're teaching us manners. Like, you're strict a little bit about manners and, like, those things all around.
Especially table manners.
Yes, of course.
Table etiquette.
Yeah.
But is it fun? I know, we always talk about how we're always traveling. We go on adventures. How is that helping you? Is it helping you, do you think? Is it?
Yeah, you guys are always
hurting
traveling.
you? Is it
It's
helping?
fun.
Like, what do you get from the adventures, from the things you go, what you see? Because I know, going back to school, we're stuck in this bubble.
Yeah.
And I always try to pull you guys out and go on these adventures so to understand there's more to life than this box.
See, your dad's trying to convey that by taking you guys on these trips. So, like, what he's asking you, he wants to know, has it landed? You know, his intention behind doing all of that, has it landed? You know, like, and the reason why we're asking you guys these questions, because first of all, you're on air. You know, we want to introduce people to you and your mindset, and we want people to understand, like, hey, there's so many different ways to parent, and this is the result of our parenting. For example, like, you're going out, taking them on trips. I see it. Even if the kids don't see it now because they're in it.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. You're taking them out. You're giving them experience. You have a freaking plane for a car. You know, like, you just recently bought an RV and you're traveling. You're going around. Like, you are on an adventure and the kids are on the ride with you. But I think later on in their lives is when it's going to actually settle.
Yeah. They think this is normal. This is how it's supposed to be. Like, everybody's doing the same thing. And I tell them, I'm like, guys, no, there's a lot of people that are not able to do certain things, what you're doing.
Right.
So, but I don't blame them either because they don't know.
It's a blessing.
Like, some kids are like, I want to go to Sephora. I want, like, makeup and skincare and, like, those things and all, like. But, like, my loving father, sometimes you got to be tough a little bit.
Yeah.
If I, like, because I have this little tiny makeup bag, and I would put, like, either, like, lipstick, lip gloss or something, he would be like, no, you don't need that. Put it away.
Typical dad,
And then, like, he's like, don't put creams on your face or nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it could ruin
12
your
years
face.
old.
And,
What
like,
cream?
You have beautiful skin.
What 12 years old doesn't need to have cream
Bro,
on their
they lie to
face?
everyone about the creams.
Exactly.
The
What's in
sunscreens,
the
the creams, the lotions, the endocrine disruptors. You know, I mean, I
All
wear
the
makeup
chemicals.
I wear makeup for the set. But if I had your skin, for example, we ruined our skin when we had your skin.
Right.
We ruined our nice skin.
You hear that?
When we had your skin, and now we're forced to bondo ourselves just to look kind of,
Do you hear what she's saying?
Not
That's
melting
coming from
and withering.
a woman.
Like,
That's why I tell you guys, don't put that stuff on your face.
yeah,
You're
when
only 12.
kids, like, post videos on Instagram, I always see kids, like, posting, like, get ready with me and, like, those things, like, or, like, get unready with me, like.
Unready.
Yeah,
Then
like
they wipe off all the bondo that they
45 pounds of makeup.
Yeah.
It's good. The kids actually notice too.
Michael,
But
do you
what do
like
you gain?
makeup? Do you like
What?
makeup on
No.
women? Yeah, no?
No.
Well, do you like makeup on girls?
No.
Maybe women is too much of a...
But what do you like,
Yeah.
Lal? What do you gain from going places? Like, what do you learn? What do you take? Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Salud.
I learned so many things.
Like what?
Like how to survive out there. Like always have a weapon with you or something, just in case. I don't know. Like just in case. And all of these adventures are very fun. Like the cruise that we went on, and mostly going to Arizona and those things. Like
You guys go to Arizona frequently?
yeah,
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the weekends.
Yeah.
A lot.
We
Yeah.
try to go.
Right.
You guys
Yeah.
should come too. Let me know when you guys want to come.
I
More
think
than
I
welcome
might
to.
get if I had an RV. If my mom had
You don't
an
need it.
RV,
You don't need it. You just
no,
need
because
it
I get like
to get in the
motion
car and drive.
sickness. Like when we're in the car, sometimes we get motion sickness, and then I kind of hurl. That's why I bring an
Puke?
extra. Yeah,
It's okay.
I bring an extra bag with
You'll
me.
just hurl all the
Feed
way
the
to
fish,
Arizona.
yeah.
It's fine.
If we had an RV,
We're good.
Uh-huh.
it would have been so much more easier because there would be a bathroom in the RV. I would.
He'd
go.
hurl in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a bag. There's a solution to everything.
Yeah, but small spaces. I'm not scared of small spaces. It's just they make me nauseous.
No.
It's okay. Everybody
some
has
reason.
everybody has something. There's always
I do not
something
have
that
a
bugs.
phobia of it.
Lala, Mikey, this is a question for both of you.
Okay.
What do you guys see yourself doing as adults as far as earning money if you had to?
Work
hopefully,
at 7-Eleven.
hopefully your parents, yeah. Hopefully your parents will make, enough cushioning where you don't have to work, but should you choose to work, what would you do? Cuz my whole thing is let them work, but let them work for
Yeah, me.
their passion.
Me personally, I would start off small. My friend Varsan, he's been working since the age of 10. He has like 2-3 jobs. He's 14 years old now.
Beautiful.
What kind of job?
Shout out to Vartan.
I love him.
He works at a restaurant.
Wow.
I have to go and meet this kid.
Walgreens.
But what would you do? I'm so sorry. and We'll come back to Vartan, but what would you see yourself doing?
7-Eleven and no, I would work at a restaurant, like an Armenian restaurant
My new
with
best
parties
friend.
and
He has
stuff.
high.
And Walgreens.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, in
Great start.
my opinion,
If you didn't have to work, this is the job that he'll take. That's
It's
amazing.
beautiful. Look, they
Yeah.
want to work. That's
Yeah.
already great enough.
No, right.
That's already a huge plus. They don't want to sit home and play games all day.
What I'm trying to say is,
I wanna do.
for someone working at Walgreens, right? They might not think that they're doing anything major, but like, there's kids that might want to
It's
be
huge.
working at Walgreens. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
It's
So
huge.
at least you have a job. At least you have some sort of like way to take care of yourself and be the best Walgreens employee that you can possibly
Absolutely.
be. But
Can-
yeah,
Can I say something?
Of course.
So my friend Varsan, who works at Walgreens, the first 2 weeks he got $800,
Beautiful.
and he gets paid I think $17 an hour.
I respect him so much.
yeah.
I respect anyone that has a willingness to work.
What about you, Lala?
in my opinion,
What are your
I would-
goals? What do you want to do when you grow up? What do you
like
see yourself?
if I
how do you
have
see your
my
making
own
money?
kids, I would try to spend time with them as much as I can.
Yeah, but we're talking about work.
Yeah, I know, and also
Maybe that's work related.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Work at home.
Charging.
yeah.
like
What would you do with your kids?
my
At home.
kids, I would like teach them how to cook or something like that, because I want them to like learn by their mom, like me.
Yeah, but when you
to,
grow up
like,
right now, when you turn, I don't know,
Lala's
15,
Lala's a
16,
chef,
we
isn't
just
she?
become
She's
best
she is.
yeah. Lala's
How are you
actually.
gonna
Lala
make money.
Tuesday, if you guys need to know.
Didn't
I only
she?
know how to make eggs.
Didn't she? Well, she could teach you. Didn't you teach a class recently? Your dad
Yes,
posted about it. A cooking class.
It's a club. In sixth grade, like there was some clubs that they did, and I really like got inspired that there was clubs, and I wanted something that like kids could learn from and like have fun with it and those
Yeah.
things. So my first thing that I like taught them, I finally got to class. I wrote some papers down, like those things, and then my
Again,
first
she comes and tells
She
us
does
at home.
this, yeah.
She goes, "I'm gonna open up a cooking
Club.
club."
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, what do you need? She goes, a flyer. I said, let's do the flyer.
Yeah.
Put it up. First day or second day, she had like 26 kids
like
that showed up.
26
Amazing.
or 29.
You know, when I was younger, I wanted to like have a bakery. I bake cake at home sometimes. Like
Yeah.
I get one of those cake mix things. Bake
You
it.
don't know what I make at home.
I
I make like
5-star
apple
gourmet meals.
Yeah, I make apple strudels. I make
Amazing.
like flan. I make like
I saw the flan you made. That was
Yeah.
amazing. That
Yeah.
looks so perfect.
Yeah.
So
She'll
do
make
you
it
think
for
you're
you.
going to take that and make money with it? How are you going to make money? Are you
I
going to
mean-
work for someone or are you going to start your own business?
So first, I'm gonna work small as I'm getting older, like maybe like 16, 18. I'm gonna work small, like maybe like I could get hired somewhere to just see like what their things are and learn like tips and like what they do over there just to learn.
Okay.
And then eventually, as time goes on, I will like own my own restaurant. And then, fun fact,
Can we all come eat for free there?
not for free every single day,
She's so-
but, look,
High five.
That's a
Always
businessman
charge
right there.
everyone.
Yeah.
Get your money
Yeah.
up now.
Yes.
Your family should actually pay you more.
Yes.
okay, so
Exactly. I'm a big
So
fan
look,
of that.
like like 1 month or something like that, I will do like a raffle.
Hmm.
And I would put all of the people that are in the restaurant, the people that like want meals and those things.
It's gonna give a great idea away now.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a raffle, and if I pick out one name, they're gonna get like 3 days of free food,
Wow.
like
this is
only
new to me.
3 days.
Beautiful. Can I
That's
buy
a
like
lot.
20 raffles?
These major companies are
This
just giving
is great.
10% off.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like it's not
3
gonna
days?
happen a lot because I don't want to waste my money. You know,
Smart
I wanna
girl.
earn
with
money.
the taxes.
Wow, smart
The
girl.
government just gives you taxes and you don't know how much to pay. If you don't pay your taxes, you go to jail. But
Is
you
that
don't
fair?
Know how much Yo,
Let's get into the nitty gritty of things.
Governor.
No,
Mr.
absolutely
Newsom.
not.
Newsom, can you please like tell us what we need to pay our taxes for? Because some of us don't want our parents to go to jail. You know.
Better yet,
And,
just leave
know?
the country.
Yeah, and also, what
Good
what is the
idea.
point of paying taxes? You already buy the house, you own the house, and like it's not. It's so confusing. Why do you have to pay taxes? Like it's so
Electricity
dumb. The
bills.
law is so dumb. Like
You guys are
in many
accurate.
countries. In many countries, like there's like people that just like build houses out of sticks and things, and like
But you wouldn't want to live in a country like that.
So
My-
what
I
would
would be
you do?
fine
What
with
would you do to
She'd be
survive?
fine with anything. Okay.
How do you win? How do you win the government? How do you not rely on anyone? On the government. How do you do that?
I would
build
move-
your own what?
I would move to a forest. And,
Uh-huh.
I would build
Henry
my
David
own
Thoreau.
like I would build my own house
Okay, and then you build a house. And then what?
and own a farm
Okay.
Yeehaw.
That's smart.
and have chickens and cows and goats and everything and just have my food over there. What is
And
that?
not rely on anyone.
Why
Yeah. I don't need to go to some like expensive stores. I don't need to do anything. I could just grow my own food.
Mm-hmm.
I could like
We're going back to the rural life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the ultimate
Yeah.
best way to just live your life is
yeah.
I would
Grow
love
your
to
own
own a
food.
farm too.
We ended up purchasing a 30-acre property in Northern California with our friends, actually.
Yeah.
They live there. They steward the property.
Like a fire
they-
there.
There's always fires there. They got snowed in. But the goal behind buying that property was, first of all, I had gotten some money, and I was like, okay, if I don't use this money for something to invest in, I'm just going to go to waste.
Yeah.
And so we ended up buying the property. We've been there one time.
Mm-hmm.
But the goal behind that was so we can actually eventually like move ourselves to either there or maybe tomorrow buy somewhere more flat. The point is to create a compound and build exactly what Lala is talking about.
Yeah.
So that way, you know, my sons can grow up, my children can grow up there,
Yeah.
understand how to take care of themselves, like Lala said.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes what the reason why we pay taxes is so they can take care of the infrastructure that we use.
What does infrastructure
Like
mean? These
roads.
big words I don't understand.
Like,
but
for
they're not
example,
doing a good job
you
at
call
it.
the police, the government pays. The police is paid by
Us,
us.
by
the
our
government.
taxes.
Yeah.
When you call 911, they come. Somebody's paying them. So there are certain things that it's great for. You know,
Yeah, I know, but like the only thing is like.
but not everything.
Yeah,
It's
not
overtaxed.
everything.
Over
Like, why are-
California.
Everything is getting more expensive. Like, some kids are like, you guys should go to Gucci and like those things. And like, I'm
rather-
like, whoa, I don't want to spend my money on like some random
Designer.
clothes that are like $200 like
Well, I'm so
dollars.
proud of you right
Yeah.
now.
No, me.
Because
I'm
of my
so
best
proud of you.
dad over here.
I love
That's
I
amazing.
would go to Goodwill get clothes. They have better clothes.
Yeah,
than
or
Gucci.
Five
Gucci just
Below.
has G,
Great.
G,
Or
G.
Five
Guys,
Below.
it's just clothes. It's
Just
not
clothing.
a big deal.
You know what's so
People
funny?
give value to material stuff so much.
It's not even the
like,
material; it's the
like,
print.
Who cares?
They're paying for the
Whatever.
brand name.
Exactly. And we've been in the clothing industry. So
And
after being in the clothing industry, I lost all respect for
Yep.
branding things because I realized, damn, I learned the back end. I was like, wow, this shirt we are paying $3 for.
Amazing.
They're bringing it to us. We're printing
Yeah.
something on it. And then they put it and they sell it for $150.
Amazing.
say-
I'm like, what are we doing? So I buy clothes, majority of my stuff, I buy them. They're like $10,
Yeah.
$7 shirts. I'm great.
I feel
I
weird
don't need
spending
anything
more than
printed on me, bro. I'm great. I'm
What are
happy.
you, a billboard or something where you need
Yeah,
to like
I'm like-
constantly
I'm
showcase?
great. It's,
Yeah, and
I,
This
I
is where
guess
I throw away
live-
all my money.
Yeah.
I'd go to Goodwill to get my clothes at this point.
He's never been to Goodwill.
I've
though.
never been to Goodwill.
Also,
And there's nothing wrong
nothing
with it.
wrong with it.
Absolutely
Of
nothing
course
wrong.
not.
People love it. It makes them happy. By all means, go spend $1,000 on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Good for you. By all
Well-
means. I live my life for myself. I don't live for other people. We live for us.
Sure.
What makes me happy? This makes me happy. I'm honest about it. I'm very open about it. Yeah, I'll order a shirt that's $10. I'll wear it. I'll wear it happily. But I'm not saying my life is right or wrong. It's just my choice, my preference.
I guess we're not talking about right or wrong. We're
At
just
all.
talking
At
about
all.
what we do and how
On our
we
daily
see
basis,
things.
yeah.
Like if Christian Dior is spending $50 on the materials for their bag and they're charging people thousands of dollars for that
Yeah.
same bag,
I give them props.
Balenciaga.
you'd have to. Yeah, it's like,
Good for you.
isn't it like extortion at its
They're
finest?
doing it. They can't do it without people
Consent.
purchasing their
That's
stuff.
actually
all it is.
Balenciaga you're talking about because they have like a robe that's $3,000
Crazy.
Wow.
Well,
well, yeah,
and it's not even
also-
worth that much. Sorry
yeah,
for interrupting.
and
I'd
if
rather spend $300 on a weekend.
there's this,
Go boating and have a blast with the family.
there's
Right.
this like,
Because money
Exactly.
isn't. It's not everything. Like
it's intended to create memories, not necessarily to like.
right.
yeah,
I'm
there,
sorry.
All right, go
Yeah,
on.
it's okay.
Go on, babe. Sorry.
sorry for you.
We're gonna have a
guys.
different conversation
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. Also, like, there's this kid that I used to be friends with. Now I'm not her. And like I've had some problems with her, but now I'm not friends with her anymore. Like every time when we go to one of my teacher's classes, I really like her. Like she's the best teacher ever. She's like, the student is always like, oh, Miss McMillan, you should go and like buy you should go to Lululemon. They have so many great clothes and like those things. I'm like, she's like, I ain't got no money for Lululemon.
I got no money for
The
Lululemon.
amount of disrespect that 4 kids give to my teacher in class is like, geez. Like she takes
Hold on.
them
You
as
have a-
she takes them as jokes, but like, ugh.
And
So-
see, that's another cool thing that they're being able to point it out
Yeah.
that these are not correct. And
Correct.
that comes from us, hopefully, saying, hey, you do not speak like this to teachers. You respect them. There's rights and wrongs. Like, because we come from that. We come
Yeah.
from respect the elderly, respect it. Now a lot of the kids, they're like, who are you?
Did you see that
You
teacher
can't-
got her eye punched out of her socket
No.
because of a kid punched her eye out of
You
the
see
socket?
what I'm saying? The respecting is going out the window,
Yeah.
and one of our goals is to keep that core in the house. It's part of the core
For sure.
to keep the respect.
And what does respect mean to you guys?
Like, so like in school, I always try to get good grades in school. If I get 1D or F, like I'm kind of a little sad. But then I try to fix it as much as I can to get A's and B's or even like C's. I try to pass that grade so I could go and graduate and get a promotion, like, because like the teachers are like the rules are so strict now. They're like, if you don't get like 1,000 something points, then you're not gonna promote. I'm like, I don't want that.
School system.
So respect for you is maintaining responsibility
Yeah.
for yourself and for the people who are
And
expecting it out of
Parents too.
you. Yeah.
Like they teach us so many things, like from
Like
day
what?
one, like
I'm curious. This is an interesting conversation. Like what? What?
We never
what
really
have
get a
he
chance
taught
to
you?
talk to
What-
them like this.
Yeah. What have we taught you? A great question.
how to live life.
Okay.
And
All right. What else?
um,
You're next. Start putting your list together. Yeah. What have we taught you?
What have you learned?
like
What have
manners,
you taken
far?
from us?
like really strict, a little bit, like on
family.
manners.
Family.
I could say so much.
Yeah, we're curious. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Like manners and everything that.
Why
like
are
we
manners
know today.
important?
Because, like, it's called etiquette, and you want to be nice and like look good in with, let's say, if you have a boyfriend or something, like you want to look nice, like not like putting food in your
Tarakat.
face and like, yeah.
Blown up.
I don't want to do that, so that's why I have my beautiful parents to teach me like that's not wrong, and like if we
Right.
go on a
That's
first
not right.
date.
We got it.
Mm-hmm.
If we go on a first date,
First-
then like, it's. I hope you're not spying on me on my first date, but
I'm following you.
That's
But it's so
like-
cool to be able to, we
Yeah.
have open
yeah.
conversations.
Open conversation.
Yeah, a lot of.
This is what it's
great
about.
to have these conversations. I mean, we make it fun. We don't make it like
Sure.
super strict, but again, because we respect each other, it's good to be able to have conversations like that.
Exactly.
yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
beautiful. I'm so Lala. I'm talking to you like it's the first time I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
You're so mature now. What happened in the past hour? a
Well,
lot happened.
let's just say that I grew up.
Yeah, you did grow up, and
She's
I'm
so
so
cute.
proud of you.
And also like continuing the story. If I'm like on my first date, I want to look nice and like have good etiquette and manners. I don't want
Because you're a reflection
yeah.
of us.
Yeah, I want to be like seen like I've been raised by good parents and
Mm-hmm.
like not by hogs and like pigs.
Why, Lala? You're so
Not
funny.
raised by the wolves, huh?
You're so
Yeah.
funny, Lala.
Like that's all I have to
All
say.
we can say, and I'm saying we, is we're very proud of you, kids. The way you guys are, the way you're growing up, the way you're talking, the way, like, this is beautiful. This is your first interview, and I'm so proud of the way you're handling it and the way you're talking like a mature lady.
May I go use the
She's made for
bathroom?
this.
Yes.
I need to use-
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
Brush
Go
your
ahead.
break.
Go ahead.
That's my sign.
Okay, go.
That's the school sign. This is what happens when you have a podcast with kids. They have to pee.
I told you wear your diaper.
Bathroom break.
Michael's a little bit nervous. Imagine how was he before the show, and then after.
Yes,
Yeah,
have
yeah,
fun.
we'll-
Don't call us.
We'll be fine with that, y'all. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Okay, I feel like we're so curious about how we're doing as parents because we want to gauge how we're doing as parents. That's why we're kind of like pushing them to
Yeah.
tell us how we're
Yeah.
doing. Why aren't you telling them?
Yeah.
No, but we know how we're doing. That's why we brought our kids on.
Yeah.
Nobody who doesn't know what they're doing won't bring their kids on and like be bamboozled
Yeah.
in front of everyone. But I want to know if it's landed, like I said
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
You know, I want to know if I need to correct myself. I want to know if I need to do anything different. And maybe talking to them out loud now could make them feel nervous about it, especially Mikey, for example.
Yeah.
But if we don't have these conversations with our kids, and we're doing this in front of you guys so we can kind of give an example of what it means to us to parent intentionally, because it's these open conversations. Doesn't have to be coherent all the time. And you got to listen to the
Yeah.
kids for what they're saying. Like, I'm asking what respect is. You know, she's saying, oh, it's when I do my homework, for example. So now you
Yeah.
got to listen what she means by that.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So you got to listen in the
Yeah.
conversations with your kids.
Listening is a way to learn.
Yeah.
I try to listen. Sometimes, you know, we'll go in the backyard. We'll just lay down on the grass, stare at the trees, and just
Mm-hmm.
talk about, hey, this and that. You know, just for
Yeah.
them to know that we're around, we're there. Yes, we're strict. I know I'm strict.
But what does it mean to be strict? Like, what's strict?
I mean,
Because we have this in our head. We're
it-
strict.
strict is, I don't want to call it demanding, but it's certain things have to be put a certain way, I feel like. It's like when you go to the army or the military, what happens? You learn. You learn system. You learn self. I don't want to call it.
Discipline.
It's more discipline.
Yeah.
Perfect word. Discipline. For you to know you have things to do, you are somebody, you have value, you have something to give to the world, but you can't do it without discipline.
Right.
So I think when we're strict at certain points, it's because we're inputting that discipline in them. to be
Encouraging.
Like, look,
Yeah.
you get up, first thing you do is you make your bed, you put your clothes at night. I guess coming back to the same thing I've seen that. We've seen discipline, because without discipline we can't get anywhere in life. Inchan and headling, and do nothing, you know, you can't do that either in life.
Do you feel like parents nowadays are less inclined to discipline their kids?
Depending on the culture, I would say.
Okay.
I think it's more of a cultural thing. I mean, I can speak on our culture. We're pretty strict. We're pretty
Yeah.
like, this is how
Sure.
things are. You know, you don't talk like that to your mom. You don't talk like that to show respect. And I think discipline is a great thing. One thing I learned from my father, he used to put his clothes, whatever he was going to wear, the next morning, he would put it at night. And he was very like on point, hard worker. He worked his whole life and never missed a day, never late. He was like this amazing human to me, you know, his discipline. And then I picked that up from him. I put my clothes, what I'm going to wear the next day, I put it at night. Now I'm teaching them that.
Do you
And
like
they're
that? Do you
loving
like
it.
that rule? To pick
Putting
out
the
your
clothes the night before, you wake up, you don't have to think about it. You're ready to roll.
I have my own bedtime time now.
Yeah, but we're talking about discipline. We're talking about like things that we learned from our parents, and now we're passing it down to you. Like, you know, Gago Papi puts his clothes. Now I'm
Yeah.
telling you guys, put your clothes at night, whatever you're gonna wear
I
tomorrow.
mean, it's sometimes.
So when you wake up,
Yeah.
you're
It's
ready.
sometimes a little annoying, just a tiny bit, because if, like, how do I explain this? Like, I don't, sometimes, some nights if I'm, like, really, really tired, like, I just want to go straight to bed. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to go to bed. That's all I want.
Yeah, which
and
is
then-
okay. You're a kid.
yeah.
You're 12 years old.
Yeah, like, and I don't really want to put my clothes sometimes at nights because I'm really tired and I just want to go to sleep. So.
It's okay. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes you get passes.
But what we were talking about while you guys were gone was the reason we kind of figured out why we're strict, and that's because we're trying to encourage the discipline
Yeah.
for you. So like he was giving an example about the army. You go to the army, you develop discipline. You have to get up in the morning and you have to clean your bed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about
Yeah.
it, or else you're getting screamed in your face
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
at least the movies that we've seen.
Yeah.
But what we're trying to do is help you create this like pattern for yourself in your life, so that way you at least have some sort of like regime
Yeah.
about how to move the day along.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're going to be nomadic and like live a life on the road, and who cares about cleaning the bed at that point?
Even then, even if you're on the road.
Yeah.
No
matter where you are.
Yeah, like, because we went on the road for about a month and a half. And after the fourth day, we had a system. We wake up, clean, organize, have breakfast, put everything back, and then we're out. So it became this system, and it was beautiful because we put it in place. So
It works when the whole family is doing
works.
it together,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, and we try.
Yeah.
You know, we try as a family. I guess I think one of our goals. Go ahead.
Tell us what you guys are saying.
You guys eat breakfast? I don't eat breakfast. I mean,
Me too. In the mornings, I feel very nauseous.
What? High five! Sometimes I throw up in the morning before I go to school, though.
Sometimes if I eat in the
What?
mornings, my stomach starts hurting and
And
I
I'm
feel
like-
nauseous.
You know what? You guys don't have to eat breakfast at all. You'd be saving
That's
us a
why-
ton of money.
Like if I pack my
Let them
lunch,
talk about their nausea a little bit.
if I pack my lunch the night before, like in the mornings I don't eat, so I eat until snack, and then I just immediately finish my whole entire lunchbox because I didn't eat anything in the mornings because
Yeah.
I feel nauseous and I don't like it.
Dang,
Another reason we have them pack their food because the school food.
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Like
Full of lead,
that's why I try like
veterinary
for today
drugs.
I slept early. Like yesterday night, I slept early, so I couldn't really pack my lunch because my head was on like sleeping like at 8 o'clock straight. Because
That's
and then
crazy
I
that they have
didn't-
nausea. What is it from? Like,
Yeah, I
I've
don't
been
know.
trying to figure it out for like the
Twinsies.
last, I don't know, couple of years. Because, anyway,
Yeah.
you guys are just
Actually,
nervous
when I was,
growing
like,
babies.
4? No, right? 4 and I went to the... I was like 3 or 4 too.
Yeah.
I went to the hospital for 2 days because of my stomach.
Really? But you're good
still-
now.
So did you guys know that, because he brought it up, the school lunches, did you guys know how much chemicals and metals, heavy metals are found in school lunches today?
from my beautiful dad.
Michael, every time I say,
Pack your school lunch. Don't go like to the cafeteria. They're serving you horrible food.
Yeah.
There's nothing healthy
Am I
over
wrong?
there.
no, you're not
No,
wrong.
And also, I try to keep my diet still. I'm on a strict diet, so I can't have any juices or sodas because I'm trying to lose this blubber on me.
You're beautiful.
With them blubber.
And- yeah.
And
At this point, sorry
I
for
love it.
interrupting, but at this point, I'm just fasting all day because I don't eat breakfast. Like, I
Yeah.
fast for like 8 hours a day. If I'm not lucky, maybe 9.
He acts like,
Everybody's body's amazing,
Yeah.
huh? It's so different. It's
I
incredible.
hate it when I'm nauseous. Like,
So-
When you
I-
learn your body, it's beautiful to
Yeah.
know, okay, this my body does not like, this is what it likes.
he doesn't like waking up early in the morning.
I
That's why he
hate it.
gets
oh my
nauseous.
god, twinsies
Yeah.
again. I'm asleep in.
Our school starts at 9 a.m. So they're not really waking up early. He's not really waking up early. It's just, that's the beauty of our school. Like,
Yeah.
you can not take them if we don't want to. We can teach them from home. We don't get sent letters from the state saying, hey, your kid's truant or late or not
Yeah,
here or not
yeah.
there. Like, you don't even have any freedom when they're in the school system, actually. You want to take them out for like a month, you can't.
Yeah. We're going to have a long conversation about school.
Yeah, we should.
That's definitely a good topic that we can go on for hours about.
Also,
And
sorry to interrupt.
it's okay.
But like, even though I'm trying to be on my diet, like instead of like kids sometimes go for like snack and lunch at the cafeteria.
wow, who eats snack and
Yeah,
lunch at the
I
same
know.
time?
It's so cool.
That would count as like 3 meals already. Like if you have breakfast in the morning, you have snack, and then lunch. That'll be like 3 times you already ate. What is like the current time you have to eat during the day? 3 times. So, and like so I tend to skip my lunch time. I don't eat anything for lunch. I go to the cafeteria only one time for snack. I only have like maybe like sometimes I'll have a cereal or a little slice of like pizza or something like with a hash brown or something.
You get cereal in your school? We get like
Yeah.
fruits for snack. They bring it to our class. We get fruits.
Or-
apples.
Smart.
Yeah, I want your school.
Yeah.
Our school is something that we created with other parents, and so that's what your dad's interested in doing too.
Yeah.
So if we can collaborate and get as many people involved, because we want to save the children ultimately.
Yeah.
Like, this is for the kids. I don't want to send my kid to public school where they're feeding
Yeah.
them veterinary drugs
Right.
inside the school foods. It's disgusting. I don't want to send them to a school where they're going to be excluded, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. This whole DEI thing that's happening right now, it's nothing more than exclusion,
Right.
you know, because you have to be a certain type of person to be included into the DEI
Yeah.
system. If you
Yeah.
are from a family that believes in God, if you're from a family that has a traditional values, you're pretty much excluded from.
It's backwards, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
But
that's
the coolest thing we can teach our kids is food, what they put in their stomach.
Yeah.
Because whatever we are, what we eat kind of thing is, I think the best education we can give our kids is food.
and
What to look out for, what not to eat, what to put in
Sure.
your body.
and also
Okay.
like
I know I'm on
One
her
time-
butt about food all
I
the
have-
time.
I'm on
what
his
to
butt
eat,
about
don't
food
eat
too.
this. Put
I
you know
have
that's
this-
this, that's
It's
that.
poison.
Yeah.
yeah, I have this.
She looks at
very
numbers.
I have a strict teacher,
hmm
like a little bit strict, not too much. Like she's like really strict about having her signs, like bathroom sign, trash sign, and everything, because one time this incident actually happened. So she used to let kids like get up and like go and do stuff, but then eventually she noticed, like she found out that kids were like just standing up and going to and selling drugs to kids.
hmm
Like in her class, and she didn't even know about it.
Drugs and like
actual
Yo, miss, they're
elementary
12
school.
years
Yeah.
old, dude.
white powdery sugar.
I don't know.
What
but
do you know about?
Do you see,
GTA
like-
5, Deadpool 1?
There's
Sorry,
so much the
Deadpool
kids
2,
know, and
Deadpool
it's
3.
that's why it's never too early to start talking to them about certain things.
Right, and we can't shield them from everything.
Yeah,
we're
we
not
can't.
even trying to shield you from everything. We just want you guys to have the proper education
and healthy life
for when you do come across the things that are unhealthy. You're aware
be aware
to
of
make
it.
decisions the right
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Thing. Most likely the reason why I think I have this nausea, when like I was born, they like, you know how they give shots?
hmm
My mom told them to give very limited shots.
hmm
Most likely it's because of the shots I have nausea, and because of
Mhm.
the
Adverse
vaccine,
reaction.
from going going to school. Like my little brother's lucky he didn't get the vaccine. Not like the 2020 vaccine, COVID vaccine, but like the one before.
The childhood vaccine schedule that they have like 73 vaccines
Yeah,
for the
hell
kids.
no.
Before we couldn't talk about it, and they would make us, give shots. I didn't want to give him any vaccine shots at all, but I was unaware. I was younger. I was like less supported. But after you have some seasoning as a parent,
Yep.
you're like, no, wait. So like none of the other two kids, they're not
yeah.
injected with any
Good,
of them, and
good.
he has digestive issues because of it. I feel like that's the only thing that separates these two from.
Yeah.
I have a question for Lala.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have digestive issues too?
I don't even know what that is.
So
Can someone
Digestive.
English, please? I'm trying to understand.
Digestive, like
Porridge.
digesting food.
Like
Like
if like
getting
stomach
bloated,
hurts
yeah.
or
Yeah.
something. If I eat in the mornings, yeah, I kind of do like straight in the mornings. If we're in the car and I'm either eating, and then after when I'm done eating, like my stomach starts hurting really, really bad. Like, it's, I don't know what's wrong, and then I start feeling like I'm about to throw up, but I don't.
Same, but I actually
Yeah.
do throw up.
They really want to talk about this for a long time.
You want to know
Yeah.
something, right? You want to know that something that's happening to me right now as we are speaking? I'm feeling a
Nauseous.
bit nauseous.
It's most likely it's because you're
It's
excited.
nerve sighted.
Me too,
Yeah.
my stomach's hurting a
Yeah.
little.
It's okay. Just don't let anything come out.
I kind of wish I brought my guitar because that's like my nausea reliever. Like it just takes away, like music takes away my nausea.
I love
Beautiful.
you.
I would, if I brought my guitar, I would be shredding out Nirvana, Come As You Are.
What are your passions? What are you passionate about?
Well,
What are like
making music. I,
making music?
well, actually,
Beautiful.
my friend, Vasan,
Mm-hmm.
he wants to start this band called Detonation.
Can I join? Sign me up.
What instruments do you know how to play?
Well, I know a little bit of like tiny songs like on the piano.
She could learn.
I mean, yeah. We
Yeah.
used to-
We used to have a band when we were kids.
That's cool.
I remember
Thing.
like when
It's cool to know at a
Detonation.
certain age they already know what they're passionate about, because not a lot of kids at this age know.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So
something like thrash metal, like Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard the one?
I never
the
liked this
song-
kind of music, and then he comes along. Here comes my son, thrashing.
Mushroom, pink, ball.
He's a fan of System of a Down.
Mm-hmm. it's beautiful to know what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
You know, I was 5 years old when I knew what I wanted to do.
What
So,
did you want to do?
I wanted to be a performer. I knew I belonged on stage.
Beno,
the
by
age
the
of
way,
5.
you guys, whoever doesn't know Beno is a class act. He's a grade A comedian. He's so creative. Him and his daughter Lala actually have a commercial out that.
Sup?
Yeah, she's hilarious too. By the way, you guys should definitely watch their
How do you like
episodes.
Everybody's saying
yeah.
do just like a
episodes
episodes
yeah,
because
yeah.
we do so many different
It
things.
feels
They
like an
keep telling
episode.
me. Yeah, they keep telling me, and I'm like, I need editors. I just need a couple
Oh,
editors.
look at Christian. Christian can edit.
Christian, Christian, do
Christian
you
can
want a
edit.
job? Yeah,
Christian
editing.
can edit. Yeah.
We need to talk.
Can I be on one of the skits that you guys?
Absolutely.
I was actually on a commercial
Absolutely.
in 2007 or 8 or 9, something like that, at the Olive Market commercial.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
and then
right.
you were my daughter. She played
No,
my daughter.
No, it was somebody else. She
No.
wasn't born then.
Oh no, Melanie.
It was Melanie.
Melanie.
My
Yeah,
cousin.
It was her
Eve's-
cousin.
Eve's daughter.
Yeah, you're right. Wow,
I
that was a
wish-
while
I didn't even know
ago.
you were
That
on a
was
commercial.
Yeah, it was a
me.
long time
I
ago.
was like, who
with
is
the
who,
big
like,
olive. Yeah, I
Wanna
remember
hear
that.
something sad? Remember how you said your mom went to sleep forever?
Yeah.
Sadly, she passed away 10 days after my mom's birthday in 2007.
Mhm.
Fun fact: the big
Fun fact after that.
Yeah.
fun fact: the very the very bad version of Charlie Chaplin also died after his 10 days after his birthday.
Wow, you guys have so much knowledge.
Yeah.
I love how
War II.
kids are so knowledgeable about so many
a
different
younger
things.
kid's mind?
What are your? Oh God.
No,
Oh,
I don't have
They're
anything
so
to
cute.
say.
They're
Yeah, I love
giving
that.
the
Like,
floor to
yeah,
each
go
other.
ahead,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go-
no.
yeah. Go ahead. Keep on talking.
Ladies first.
No.
Wow.
Ladies
No.
first.
Men first.
I
me
said
shake
ladies
hands.
first.
That's amazing.
I mean,
You've been raised very well.
I mean, like if I'm either like cutting.
I was gonna ask you, what is your passion in life? What are you passionate about? Like, what are you passionate about? What do you enjoy doing the most? What do you-
Cooking.
Oh my
Yeah, that one we
goodness!
know.
What?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys need to be best friends already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Video
Again.
games. I like video games.
I like Roblox.
I play like shooting games on Roblox.
Oh no, not me.
I play like the
Yeah, I
most
keep them away from shooting
bloodiest
stuff.
games on. You know the type of. You do not want
They
to
know all the
the.
gun
No,
types.
yeah,
I know
I keep 'em away.
M1911.
Is that an AR or an AK? And you know,
I know the M1911. It
Second
shoots
Amendment, y'all.
45
yeah, it's great to know.
If
My
I'm
dad
not wrong,
doesn't
it shoots
want-
a 45 ACP bullet.
You go
The
shooting.
same
What
one
do you
as
mean?
Yeah, I mean like not.
We go
ga-
shooting in real
no,
life.
I mean,
Yo, let me come with you guys.
I mean games.
Yeah, she has her own.
I mean games.
No,
like,
no shooting
yeah,
games.
I know,
We don't
no
play shooting games.
That's what I'm trying to
We
say.
just
I
go
play
in
like
real life.
Wild West
it activates
games.
the violent parts of your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mostly, me personally, I just like to mod games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I played this game. Have you ever heard of Red Dead Redemption?
No.
It's Wild West. It's one of the best like stories
No.
ever.
They play for the storyline. And
I
by
play
the way,
for
let me
story.
interrupt real quick. Can you?
And the modding.
So they have in Red Dead Redemption. There's a way you die with honor or without honor, and that's how you live your life throughout the entire storyline.
Mhm.
So if you perform good acts and good deeds and do things that are good,
Mhm.
then your honor rises. I mean, as something as small as helping someone fish,
Yeah.
that's considered a good deed, and your honor rises. So then you die with honor
Yeah.
versus dying with low honor.
Right.
And I feel like that's an important story. I mean, I feel like that's an important narrative in the game.
Mhm.
And it's subconsciously teaching him, what honor means. And
Mhm.
if you're going to die, you die with honor. And I feel like,
Yeah.
The low
as harmful as they are, they can
Right.
teach the children something.
I'm sorry, but for the people who have played Red Dead Redemption 2 that haven't finished the story, you should click off right now before I spoil the game, because if you play low honor, Arthur Morgan, you get shot in the face by Micah Bell. But if you go high honor, you die from tuberculosis, and then on a mountain, you go,
Gotta go somehow.
Wow.
you crawl, and then you look at the sun. It's probably one of the saddest scenes in the game, besides one of the best characters dying. Like Lenny, Hosea. Hosea is one of like the.
What does
Wow.
that teach you about the game, about life in general? You don't want to get shot in
Loyalty.
the face.
Loyalty.
Mm-hmm. I have an interesting question for
yes.
you now.
Wait, who?
What is something you wish you can do more as a parent?
Travel with them. Do what you're doing, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. That's my main goal. And you want to homeschool them, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know, and not that you're doing anything less or
Yeah.
whatnot, but
What's
anything
stopping you from traveling more?
honestly, it's just the way that everything's set up right now.
Mhm.
It prevents me from being mobile, kind of, sort of. Because then
Is
I
it
don't have
because you're
the hard
stuck here?
No, I don't
Like
feel
a lot
stuck.
of things to do?
Lots of things to do. It's
Okay.
not that I feel stuck. It's I feel compelled to stay and do them. But at the same time, it's like I have to travel with them. I want to take
Yeah.
them places. I want to have more adventures. That's what I'm really lacking as far as
Yeah.
hanging out with them. But we're together a lot and
Yeah.
we talk a lot. And
Like, what
But
about
we're
weekends?
the weekends we spend with either family or we go places, people's homes. You know, just see people.
Yeah.
But as far as adventures are concerned, yeah, I definitely want to have more adventures with them.
Yeah. I think it's very important to get away from the cities,
Yeah.
get away from the concrete jungles, because nature can teach so much. Nature can bring so much to the
And we
kids.
go on our yearly,
So-
trips and whatnot to the mountains and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's nothing that
Yeah.
I'd want more out of it. So
Anytime you guys want to get away, let me know.
go on,
More
baby.
than welcome.
You know
Thank
where I
you.
really want to go? Like, really want to go? Armenia.
Same.
Like,
Same.
I
What a
was born
beautiful
here.
thing to say right now. Beautiful. Wow.
Oh,
I'm kind of glad I'm born when I'm 18 in Armenia. So,
Serve the military.
Yeah, serve the military,
Yeah.
get drafted into the war. Hey, Mr. Turkish president guy thing, do you mind stop attacking us?
Yeah, please.
Just because we stole your kebabs doesn't mean
Stole your
stole the
kebab.
idea of kebabs from you guys.
No, man, who told you that we
Doesn't
stole
mean-
kebabs from Turkey? Turkey wasn't even a thing.
Don't touch the microphone.
okay, sorry.
Leave the mic alone.
Turkey has some beef with Armenia.
Beef, LOL, kebabs.
You know, that's interesting that they're even bringing this up. A lot
Yeah.
of kids don't even have that
You know-
thought of even going to Armenia, you know?
Yeah.
It's beautiful to hear the younger generation.
Why do you
that
wanna go?
curious
It's
that they
actually
want to
Gen
go.
Z.
And because Lala's been saying the same thing past 2 years. She's
Yeah.
like, I really want to go. I really want to go.
Yeah,
I've been saying that for the
most
past
two
7 years.
places that I've been wanting to go is Paris and Armenia.
Yeah.
Paris, I would love to go to Paris. It's just thing, there's a ton
Same
of crimes
again.
there.
There's a
It's-
ton of crime
Sadly,
there.
there's
Yeah.
a ton of crimes there that I've
There
heard.
is.
Do you know why
So
the
where?
crime is happening, you
Batman
guys?
was there once. I'm not even joking. Batman was found in Paris. The night needs me, bro. He said the night needs me. He's
You guys
supposed to
are
be in
cute.
Gotham. I don't know where he going.
So Armenia and Paris. All right. Well,
Besides trying to.
we
burn
want to
my
be
life.
wherever you guys want to be. That's for sure.
Or should
It's
we
our
want you-
job.
yeah.
It's kind of our duty to show them whatever we can, introduce them to whatever we can, and then from that point on, they get to pick wherever direction they want to go. Because we were introduced to a bunch of stuff, you know. If we didn't, we would have never known. So I feel like as parents, it's our duty to introduce them to whatever we can.
Sure.
You know, we might go fishing one day, and they might be like, "That's it. I want to grow up. I want to fish for the rest of my life. Have my own boat, whatever it is."
Right.
Or introduce them to filming in studios like today and spark an interest and be like, "Woo, I never knew that."
Sorry, that's
So I feel like now is the time for us to do a lot of that. Now is open the doors to them.
They do definitely see us,
Mm-hmm.
even if they don't seem like they're looking or watching or seeing, but they see what we're doing and
Yeah.
it's imprinting in their minds, at least in the back of their minds. But definitely our actions are going to persuade their actions.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
that's why I want to keep traveling and going more and spending more time and introducing them to so much more, because now's our time.
Right. It
That's
is.
why I value this
Nice.
time so much. John.
You know where I really want to go in the USA? A shooting range.
No, so we'll go with Ben
Yeah.
and Lala.
I go.
Does your younger daughter shoot?
Yeah, the little
I
one.
only
Yeah,
do,
she's
like-
actually a really good shot.
Just when the
The
bullets,
first one.
the thing
Amazing.
fly out, it kind
Recoil.
of burns us a little bit, so
Recoil.
it hurts. So next time I'm gonna come fully saluted in astronaut gear. So if
You
it
need
flies
no-
on
You know
my
it's
face
good.
or something, I could be
Good.
protected with.
I'm glad these kids learn how to shoot and protect themselves.
Yeah,
It's very important to learn how to survive, and that's
Yes.
one of my
It's smart.
goals in life is to show these kids when the internet goes out, power goes out, when all these things go out, how are you going to survive? You
Yeah.
can't be like, oh my God, what? Google, what do I do? The lights are out. You're not going to be able to do that stuff. So, one of my life missions is showing them how to survive. Because if we can teach them how to survive, we did our job. And I always tell them, what are the top 3 things you need to live for humans?
Can I answer that question?
Yes, please
Sure.
do.
Wait, what was the question again?
What was the top
Water,
things you
food,
need?
and shelter, and fire, and homework.
Homework.
So she came up with the whole homework
No.
randomly. She was like, and we kept it. We're like, okay, homework too, I guess.
You know what homework is? It's
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah, it's discipline.
Yeah, it's discipline.
You
it's
come
practice.
back from school,
Math
you don't
homework
get
is
a
my
break.
op.
You go and do your homework until 8 or 9 o'clock, and you go to bed.
Yeah, no,
You don't get no
that's
free
too.
time.
That's crazy.
Math is
That's
my number
crazy.
one op.
W-
It's all right.
That's crazy. We're gonna change that, love.
Yes,
We're working
please.
on changing
I
that.
beg you, please.
Actually, in my school, we barely get homework.
Yeah, the school system is set up in a way where homework is not the top priority. It's their experience there and what
I need to go.
how
to
they're
school.
learning. So everyone, even though they're like in different ages in the same
Yeah.
classes, everyone is rated differently.
It
you
can't
know?
be healthy to come home from school and then be in school till 9 o'clock at night.
And
that's,
then
I
we
think
as
that's
parents,
crazy.
we as parents have so much to do.
Yeah.
And then we, I want them to succeed, but I also don't want to be sitting down for 3 hours after they've been home.
That's what they're
after
getting paid
I've
for.
been- yeah. Why
You're
does my
getting
son
paid-
not know?
Right.
Why am I having to Google how to teach them how to do this?
Right.
Right?
Exactly. And this whole
blame
crazy
all my
curriculum, this new, what is it called?
The core.
Oh, Common Core.
Common
What the
Core is
hell
the
is this
worst.
crap, man? What the hell is that? Whatever happened to 2 + 2 = 4? Simple math. Like,
They do
that's
that
what we
on
learn.
purpose because they want our kids to be confused. They want the parents to be jumbled up.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
it's all by design, to
It
be
is.
honest with
It
you.
is. And I can't wait. One of our missions is to RV full time and just homeschool and RV full time.
We're looking at buying an RV
Really?
too.
The
Yeah.
best investment of your life.
My dad bought one.
It's the best.
After living in a it's a fifth wheel, like
Yeah.
a 40-foot fifth
Great.
wheel. Yeah.
Anything you can move wherever you want, it's the best investment of a lifetime.
He did that because he was living in a 5,000 square foot home, and then we sold it. And he's like, you know what? Like, I don't need the 5,000 square foot home. I don't want to be in an
Exactly.
apartment.
I love him.
I don't want to buy a house, And so he just went and did that. Bought himself his Harley Davidson Ford
I
truck.
love him.
Is it a Ford?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's a Ford.
Everybody looks
Bought his Harley Davidson motorcycle and is just like, doing his thing.
He's happy.
He's happy.
He's the happiest, one of the happiest people
He's
in
probably
the world.
the freest.
And free. Like
Yeah.
we realize how little we need as humans. Yeah, when it's autonomous, you want all these things, mom, because you think that's all gonna bring you happiness, and then you find out it's just an illusion.
Yeah.
It's all just, this is what you need. This is what you have. Go buy this, and you'll be happy. You'll be happy when you don't have this. You shouldn't be happy. Look, that person has that. They're happy. You're not. So this whole
Then
mental.
happiness is a scam.
It is. But once you find true happiness, you realize, oh my God, there's a lot I don't need to be happy. That's when
To
you're
be joyful.
born again. You're like, wow, I was living an illusion where I thought I needed this and I needed that. And
Because
I
they
needed that.
attach it to the word happiness, and so
Exactly.
it becomes convoluted.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm so thankful, so blessed to be able to found happiness, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Now, Washiban, a lot of things, I don't care about a lot of things anymore. Just
The
the
superficiality.
most important things I care about.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm on my wife's butt about, let's RV full time. Let's just sell everything. RV full time, man. We don't like our neighbors. Peace out.
Muévate.
Bye. I'm gonna move my house over a couple spots and live it's just freeing, so freeing.
My mom is always like, I'm down. My sister, me, and
Sit
my
them down.
like even my dog is
everyone's
down.
down.
everybody's down except my mom. She's like, I don't want to move. I just want to
Yeah.
stay in my home.
It's
and
okay though. It's okay. You know, everyone
I
needs
know.
time.
We're gonna slowly
thinking
start
about it.
convincing her to do it.
She's been thinking about it.
Yeah.
Would you RV full time, love?
Yes,
I
of
know.
course.
Yeah, everybody's
I would
ready.
rather live in an RV
Would you
than,
live
like,
RV
a-
full time?
RV full time?
Yeah.
Yes, because it would be more cheaper. The thing for it.
Well, you're not even paying anything. What would you care about it being cheaper?
Because I'm gonna,
cares?
when I turn 18, then I buy
Oh,
one.
he's talking about
Wow, he's a
adulting.
future RV. That's
But
beautiful.
like as an RV, you mean like the ones that drive? Like,
Any of
that,
them.
Like
The one you can tow, pull,
Yeah, tow pull.
drive,
drive.
anyone.
Driving one is my favorite one because it's just like a million times easier. It may be like a very heavy, like some
Mhm.
places you can't go, but it's the most like it's like a portable house. Like you pick up your house and then you drive.
Especially knowing that you never really own your home. You never
don't own anything.
You don't own anything.
It's
yeah.
such a lie. We
Yeah.
don't own anything. No one owns their house. No
Yeah.
one.
No one owns their house. No one owns the land that their house is
I
on.
don't own
Government.
anything. Nothing
Yeah,
is
owns the
mine.
house.
And I tell them too. I own nothing is ours. We're just renting it.
Yeah.
We're just
And that's
borrowing,
fine.
renting, and using it, which we're thankful for.
Yeah.
I'm not like saying it's bad. It's part of life. It's beautiful to experience all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much more to life. There's
There is.
so much more to life.
These are just like decorations.
Yeah, it's cherry
Yeah.
on top.
Yeah.
It's cherry on top. But once you see all of that, you know, there, like I was saying earlier, there was a point where we had like 5, 6, 7 properties, and you realize, damn, the more stuff you have, the less time you have to spend with kids, because you're always, this doesn't work, that, and you need to send this paper, send that document. There, you add more stuff to your plate, and then
Yeah.
you realize you're just deleting emails all day. Half your day is going on deleting emails,
Or just
responding back
leaving
to
them.
emails, or deleting them. Like, you know, well, like, what are we doing as humans? What are we doing?
Becomes a trap, actually.
Yeah, and then, but there comes a point where you're like, bro, I don't need this, I don't need that. You realize you have more time,
Mm-hmm.
and the more time you have, the more time you can spend with your kids, the more experiences you can create, and the more happy you can be.
The real happiness. And then, so sorry to cut you up, but we have like a few more minutes, so make your closing statements and.
I have a question
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Me
for
too,
the
after.
adults.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite 90s hip hop song?
Oh.
West
That was
Coast
that's a-
classics.
Damn,
That's
I
a
don't
good
remember
ending
any of
question.
them.
Okay, and one more.
I don't have one.
Quick question.
Okay.
I know one.
Which one? 90s.
90s?
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know.
Early 90s, mid 90s.
Does it have to be rap?
Yes,
don't remember.
anything.
I mean, of course, we're going to go with the default Tupac.
Hit 'em up by
No,
Tupac.
I didn't really listen to.
It's rap. It's
I
rap.
listened to- I listen
have
to
one.
word music.
Hit 'em
a
up by
lot.
Tupac.
Weird
Very
music.
good dish
Um,
in the 90s.
I've been saving this question since we started.
Oh, here we go. All
Okay.
right, I'm curious.
Okay,
I'm
this is a
scared.
question for her.
Yes.
Okay.
Why did you decide to name like the whole entire show Bad Moms if it's not Bad Moms?
Wow.
I
I
have
love
the
that. I
answer
love
for
you.
that.
Wow.
I have the answer for that.
Do you. Okay, let's hear your
So
perspective.
basically, bad is, you know, the bad and then a word,
Yeah.
like the other word for
Oh,
dumb.
like
Mhm.
cool, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool mom.
Yeah.
Cool mom.
Oh, so okay, I did
That's-
not know the answer to that. That's a good question.
That's something.
Yeah, like
like-
bad.
You know you're
moms.
bad. You're,
You're
bad.
bad.
You know it. Come on.
Oh, no, no,
Okay.
no, 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 no,
Who's
no,
bad?
We're just gonna walk out. Yeah.
Excuse me, but I'm gonna slither down.
Let the
now.
parents like.
We win. We won.
Bye.
We won. That's how it's done, guys. If you want your
Who's
kids
bad?
to leave you alone, embarrass them.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a really good ending to
Yeah,
this.
that is.
Thank
that
you
is.
guys. That was perfection,
appreciate you.
actually. Yeah,
Bye.
No,
Thank you
you
for
guys
the
couldn't
amazing
have-
time.
done it better than this. We wouldn't have
Yeah,
been able to plan
beautiful.
this. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
All right, babe. Thank you guys so much, Ben.
What an amazing
Yeah.
time. This was so cool.
And it
Not
was like
planned at all.
unscripted, unrehearsed. Maybe we could do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great picking their brains.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
We should do
And-
this regularly because then they'll get used to it and then
Yeah.
we'll know how to answer
Open
them.
up easier. They'll
Yeah.
open them. Because they're little like, oh, what do I
Fidgety.
say? What do I do? But it's cool for them to hear us talk too. And
That's
we should
the
do
whole
this
point.
together.
Yes. Yes, the whole point is for them to see us in our element and for them to embrace us so they can embrace themselves. Because I feel like when parents and children don't have a good relationship with each other, and not because I feel like, but it's the fact, just everything becomes much harder. You know,
and they're watching us right now have an open conversation. So when they have a family, they're going to be able to sit down and be like, well, I remember they were having an open conversation. And that'll prevent them to not get stuck in their mind so much.
Right.
And be able to let it out. The issues start happening when people don't let things out.
Yes.
They hold it in a lot. But when they watch us having fun and just openly having a conversation, hopefully they'll have the same thing with their family.
Leading
and that's
by
all
example.
We can do. Live by example. I always say that. I try to live by example as much as I can. As much as I can. How do I want the world to be? That's what I'm going to do. I want the world to be with their kids all the time. You know, their parents to be with their kids. So I do that. I want families to be happy. So I do that.
I love it.
Living by example is a very good thing. Like,
definitely as I get older, I want my kids around me all the time. I don't like it when they're away.
Yeah.
You know, even I just don't like it. I want them near me all the time. I want them growing up under the same roof.
Yep.
I want them to experience life joyfully.
Yes.
Even
Have
when they're
fun with
going
life.
through crap, you know?
Have fun with it.
Yeah.
Don't take it so serious. Because everything's okay. And there's going to come a point for us, me and you, where we're not going to be able to walk. We're going to slow down.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like whatever we can do now is our time. We have to do it now.
And it's
not wait for
important
later.
for us to introduce them to each other.
Yeah.
Because like-minded people tend to just flourish better together. And when I say like-minded, I'm not saying thinking exactly the same, but I'm saying philosophies, preferences. I don't know, just look at how much more fun they had because we're like-minded, they're like-minded, and so they can flourish together. I don't know, it's important to introduce your kids to other kids.
Yes.
Intentionally.
Absolutely, yep. Because they're going to learn from other kids too.
Yeah.
Like we did.
Sure.
We picked up things from what we saw from other people.
Before the internet.
Yeah. There was no watching this, watching that. We were observing in real life, which, but I always say we don't pick things up that we don't have inside of us. Does that make sense?
If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't trigger.
Like if you like something, that means you had it in you. This just triggered it. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to take this from this person. I like the way this person was speaking. I'm going to take that. The way this person was dressed, the way that person had their hair, whatever it is, like, you know,
influence.
It helps us bloom into the flower we are, if you want to call it.
Yeah, you're not necessarily just doing it mindlessly. You're being influenced by things that you enjoy.
Yeah.
And, you know, why not enjoy your parents so you can be a parent who gets enjoyed as well by their kids. So, vailal, like your dad said.
Yeah.
So they can have a chance to vailal.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I want to enjoy my kids.
That's the best word thing I can think of. Yeah. Enjoy.
Enjoy, yeah.
Yeah.
Close. Is there a vailal?
Like to take advantage. That's what it would mean.
Cherish?
Cherish, yeah. Well, cherish is after the fact.
No,
vailal is during it.
So we're going to ask people, guys, how do you translate vailal? It is. Please comment on the bottom because we need. Siri, how do you translate to Army?
I use it all the time. We can go on and on and on and on.
Can.
And I can't understand how it lasts so long. That was a too short reference, but anyway, 90s rap. Oh, yeah.
I don't remember a lot in life. I've learned
hilarious. I want to have you on to talk about life in general.
Okay.
Uninterrupted. Without just I want your perspectives on other things, not just there was kids here. We kept it kosher and chill. So next time I want to deep dive.
Let's dive.
Yeah. So you're welcome to come back on.
What is it called?
The tin foil.
The diving suit. I'll walk in with the diving suit.
The head covers.
Yeah, the swimming gear. I'm ready anytime.
I always enjoy your company. I always enjoy Vailumeng, Irar. I enjoy your company. I enjoy your conversation, and your presence is amazing. Thank
Likewise.
You, and thank you to Star for letting us.
Star's my backbone.
Yeah, she's amazing.
We're a team. We're a great team.
Because it takes
blessed.
two.
Yeah, we're so blessed to have found each other, and appreciate each other.
I feel the same way about my husband too. It's teamwork, and if he's not here watching Emma, my baby,
Yeah.
or being with the kids, like I wouldn't be able to do this because
Yeah.
she doesn't stay with anybody.
Yeah.
So
And that's why I call her my best friend and not my wife.
for
I
sure.
always say, well, it's just a title. But once you realize you're born alone and you die alone, then the whole,
Yeah.
you know, it kind of, there's so much more. It goes out the door because this human and you decided to create these experiences together. But in reality, I'm born alone, you're born alone, we die alone. We come alone, we go alone. So let's just have fun with this life with whoever we're with.
Exactly.
And make the best of it and experience this amazing
companionship, you know?
journey. Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I was trying to explain companionship on the Wise Nuts, and it kind of not flew over them, but it did kind of fly over, but because people don't understand what companionship actually means.
Mhm.
And it doesn't have to be a husband or a wife for it to be an amazing companion.
Yeah, yeah.
It's somebody that makes you feel whole. But that's why we choose these
Yeah.
people as our mates, our lifelong
Yeah.
mates, and just so happen to be our husbands and wives.
Yeah.
But if you find companionship in your mate, then you've won the lottery of life.
Yep.
My personal opinion.
Second time.
Yeah.
Because the first time we
Is
got
life.
born,
Yeah.
and,
Life itself.
we already won the lottery.
Sure.
I'm
it is.
so thankful to be able to win this amazing thing called life and be here right now.
Yeah.
You know? It's
Love
so
it.
beautiful.
Love it.
People wake up and they hate their life. Bro, what?
They have a messed up perspective.
Why? You know, just the kids are here
The
again.
kids are here.
Yep,
They're like, I
didn't
thought we
remember-
said bye.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, you said
Okay, fine.
We kind of missed out on. All right. All
we
right.
got able to have a conversation. All right, guys.
All right. You guys
We're
are
outta here.
amazing. Thank you,
Thank
Ben.
you.
Thank you, Lala.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Naja.
Michael.
Lala. Okay, she had to get it
You're
out.
cute. You guys, thank you so much for joining and watching. I'm hoping this conversation allowed you some insight in your own parenting and your own relationship with your kids. Have fun with them, travel with them, school them, teach them, bring them to light about everything, because you're the one that they're going to learn from the most. And you only have a limited amount of time to instill, whatever you want to instill. Otherwise, they're going to get filled up by society. And sometimes society is just out of whack because people are messing around with bad experiences and then making it their whole entire life, that bad experience. So enjoy your family, enjoy your kids, enjoy your spouse, develop companionship with your mate so that way you can raise healthy children, and have fun, everyone.
Have fun,
That's it.
most
Yeah.
importantly. Have
Yeah.
fun, everyone. And thank you. We'll talk. Bye-bye. Thank you, Nar.
Have a good night.
You're
Thank
the
you so
most
much,
amazing
Ben.
human. Thank you for having
you.
us.
Let it drop. Let it drop. Let it drop. I might have to let it drop.